So, hi, professional colleagues. So, last video, which was basically in English on Hindi, so I described the process of audit, brief process of audit for for hospitals receivable, basically from insurance companies or corporates. So, we have the hospitals have contract with the insurance companies or corporates and the TPA. So to treat the patients which are basically linked to the corporate or insurance company. So I described the process, how to do the brief process, how to do the audit, and what is also I have given a brief understanding of the process. So in this video, basically I am going to give you the common issue which auditors find out, auditors uh, find when they are doing the audits for the receivables tracking and follow for hospitals. So basically, one prominent issue is that the insurance company, as I described, that insurance company uh, gives one prominent issue is payment not adjusted. So basically, what happens that insurance company gives payments to hospitals, but they appoint the TPA for giving the details of the claims for which payment has been done. So there is time lag when the insurance company basically give the payment for in a lump sum for many of the patients. But there is time lag when the insurance company will give the details to TPA, then TPA will give the details to the hospitals for adjustments. So because of that, what happens that when payment hospitals has got the payment, it will be shown as a payment received from the insurance company, but still it will be not adjusted against the debtors. So still there will be debtors balance against the TPA because TPA is debtors for hospitals. So still there will be balance against the TPA and there will be credit balance against the insurance company. So once the hospitals gets the details, then only they can adjust. So this is one issue, and what happens that many times payment will be outstanding, will be shown as an outstanding, and maybe more than 180 days, more than 1 year. So debtors balance, which we usually show, which hospitals usually show in their financials, is not accurate. So then this is one issue which auditors will come across when they are doing the audit. Second issue is uh, this is also important issue, payment not received received. So what happens that when hospitals submit the patient's bill for claiming the amount the to corporate, so there could be a lot of disputes that hospital, the insurance company will not give these expenses because this is not come under entitlement. Room rent, for example, room rent has been claimed. Patient was not entitled to that room as per the insurance company arrangement. Are a lot of this which might be true and which might be true. So this will be sorted out only after proper follow-up and the discussion with the insurance company. So what happens that till the time that the dispute is there, some cases what happens that when hospitals have does not follow properly, so the claim insurance company will not pay on time. So what there are due to various reasons, the payment might not be received, and the aging could be on the higher side also. So because of that, the hospital's uh, working capital is blocked in the debtors, and there might be because of that if outstanding is quite high, most of the time the hospital is not getting payment. So the hospital might get into cash crunch also. So this is the what we need to what when we see as an auditor, then we check the aging of the debtors, and if aging is too high, then we need to find out the reasons. So one reason, as I said in the first point, that payment might not be adjusted. Second reason, payment itself has not come. So that is one major issue which auditor can come across. Third issue is the uh, hospital has the insurance company has made the payment, but they have not given the details. Either they have not given the details about the payment to TPA, which then TPA has not given to hospital, or the details given is not correct. So if details has not been given, then it will not get adjusted. That's for sure. If details are not correct, then again, uh, because for example UTR, when the bank transaction number is not given correctly, then they cannot find out the payment, which payment has come for the patient. So they will not be able to adjust. So another issue, not given by by TPA insurance company are detailed not correct. So this is my issue. So again, if you find out, if you try to think about all comes, everything comes from the debt processing. So when we analyze the debt processing and the debtors which is aged for more number of days, so we need to go individual, some sample individual cases, and need to find out what is the check reason, whether payment is not adjusted, whether payment is not adjusted, or payment is not received, and payment details given, but our details are not correct. So all comes from the debt receiving. So what we need to, the major portion, the main, if of this is that if you take the longest debtors as samples, longest patients which are against which outstanding is there, and you try to analyze all the issues, you'll be able to find out. Now, third issue. Okay, so next is when we are uh, checking about the follow-up process. So we need to analyze we need to analyze, we need to go through the responses, the follow-up mails, the follow-up details which we have sent, which hospital has sent to the insurance company, TPA. So that again we need to analyze against our outstanding. So uh, individual patient wise outstanding will be there. We need to compare with the follow-up mail which we have sent, and if some of the cases which we are not able to find out the follow-up, that means the all cases have not gone for follow-up for the insurance. So another is that all cases in follow-up mail not same as per debtors outstanding in our system. So in opposite, I should say that all cases debtors outstanding is not reflected in the follow-up. If we are not giving standing for follow-up, then they will not pay. Okay. So because first this, we should accept that these are the outstanding. So this uh, we can, and why this would happen, that because debtors outstanding, they will not send straightforward. They will do, maybe they will take into another database where they will find out where which is actually outstanding. Some cases payment might not come. So, actually outstanding, then they will send. So because they are taking data to another system, so there are chances that some genuine outstanding will not go to uh, to insurance company, TPA. So in that case, we need to list down the cases which have not done. Then they have to provide the reasons, and some cases we found out could be changed. The found out by us could be correct that they have missed to set. So this is one issue which comes up. Next issue, which uh, so when we, as I told you, that we need to go to the individual sample cases, and when we are going to the individual sample cases, some of the long outstanding, especially long outstanding, we can come across the reasons that insurance company, rejected the payment. Company rejected. Company rejected payment. So what happens then? Because of dispute, because of some disputes or incidents, things that patient is not entitled, so they will reject the payment fully or partially. So when they reject the payment fully or partially, the when we get the response, then hospitals will follow. But many cases, hospitals staff forget to follow, or maybe due to various reasons. So we need, when we come across such cases, we need to take their explanation why they did not follow up, and this will be the major issue that we hos- uh, the payment has been rejected but not followed up, and once we follow up, then only we will be able to clarify that insurance company that this is the genuine outstanding, and this was entitlement as the payment which insurance company has to pay. So that is one thing. So next, will I will next is basically not and then more related to the process. So what happens that outstanding that hospital has the system, which main system, maybe SAP or any other system where debtors outstanding, details debtors outstanding will be there. So uh, uh, but the some of the outstanding, the hospitals cannot send all to insurance companies, I told, because some of the outstanding payment might have come which is not adjusted, so various reasons. So hospitals might maintain, it's good to maintain the event tracker for the receivable tracking. So trackers for the receivable tracking, what happens that hospital staff or receivable tracking staff daily basis, what they need to do, that all the cases closed, bills closed, they need to take from the original main system, and they need to upload in this tracker. Maybe the Excel upload facility could be there, any other thing. So they need to upload in this tracker. So then what they need to do, that they need to, because when hospital insurance company is giving the payment, they might provide some claim ID or pre-authorization ID. So that tracker, just to maintain the each follow-up visit, that claim ID should be also be part of that tracker, so that it helps easy in tracking the claims, because basically insurance company will pay on the basis of claim ID or pre-authorization ID. Claim ID is the final claim ID which insurance company provide at the time of the final bill settlement. Pre-authorization ID is when patient goes uh, for the treatment, then the insurance company and the details are sent by the before uh, hospital send the details to the insurance company the time of the admission, then they provide the pre-authorization ID. And this pre-authorization ID, if then during the treatment also uh, some additional things treatments happen, then again insurance company hospitals can send to the insurance company. Then again, some pre-authorization ID will be provided. So some company track the claim by the claim ID, pay the claim by the claim. Some company pre-authorization ID. So that tracker should have the claim ID and pre-authorization ID for the tracking of the cases. So that is one thing. Second columns they could have or they should have is the response received from the TPA, response received from the TPA. So when they sent the debtors details to the insurance company, then TPA send the response for the adjustments or for the clarification. So that when it comes, then these responses should be recorded in the tracker, and there should be ideally there should be some time limit that these responses are sorted out by going through the each responses. So the tracker should provide some kind of this. If it is our tracker in system, then this should provide some kind of that notifications. So after some time, if it's not sorted out, then it should go send the notification, the escalation or the notification to the staff or highest on the his reporting staff. So another column should be that response sorted out or not sorted out. Not sorted out, then if that is gone, then it should go with notification to the staff. Then if it is not sorted out for some again time again, then it should escalate to higher authority. Then what will should happen that whenever the TPA and general ideal case, I will suggest that then insurance hospital should have automatic follow-up process. So cases when they maybe weekly or monthly, so weekly or monthly, the trackers should automatically take the details and classify the details against the responses received. Responses are not sorted out, responses sorted out, and responses sorted out, and the cases which no responses has been received. So these three categories, automatic mail should send, should classify into these three categories. Excel should classify in this category. Automatic side mails should be sending should be sent to the uh, TPA. So the TPA, we hospital staff don't forget to send it and don't have to work each time where response has been start, uh, find out take the give the time for finding out the where response has been started or where responses has not been started out. Then prepare the separate Excel again each time. So this will help in uh, reducing the times in analysis again and again, and this mail should go to the TPA and they have to they if after certain time response did not come in that mail, then so what will happen that uh, if one more column should be there where responses received on date. So some of the cases the responses has not received after certain time, then those cases will again go those cases after some time those cases will should go as reminder mail, reminder follow-up mail, reminder mail to TPA that this responses has not been received. So the two type of follow-up, one is the reminder mail and another is the mail follow-up which happens frequently, maybe monthly, weekly. So basically this is the follow-up mechanism, could be ideal mechanism. So then in that case they don't need to go through the explanation time. Each time they need to analyze this time, and that will take a lot of time. Only thing they have to do when responses are received, they will find out where responses not started out, and are where responses is started out. So what is even if the balance is outstanding, and those cases uh, they sorry where responses are not started out, then need to they need to they need to consider the response and then they need to adjust the according to the responses. So basically this could be the ideal mechanism, and we when we do the audit, so we can check that whether these procedures, automated procedures, work properly by looking at the sum of the mails which have formed and considering the TP outstanding detailed understanding. So whether this process is working properly, whether escalation mail is going on, whether escalation mail is going on the cases which have not started out after some time, and also whether the mail is to TPS and on time because all the cases are getting listed out as described just now. So basically, this is the procedure. This is the audit which you can do that. So for this video, I think I'm concluding that basically these are the some of the important issues, and this is only one part. So once I'm doing some another, I will come with another videos, and I might tell some other issues which can come during the audit. Thank you for joining this, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and follow the like also put the I also like this video.